Welcome to the Nontendo podcast.
Amazing.
Why is it 80? Tell me.
Tell me.
Cue the intro.
Intro.
Tell me where the music was. You're fired.
I'm fired. It's me, Robin, guys. Hi.
Bat Max is fired.
Rip Max.
I'm sick of it.
Should I do the voice the whole time? Or?
No, please no. Oh God.
It's not too bad though.
You're doing okay?
My bat. No, like my bat.
You can breathe?
Where'd my background go? Where's the bat background?
I don't know. I didn't touch anything. This is falling apart.
Fix the bat background.
How do I fix the
I'll
bat
fix it.
background? Is it dawn? It's fixed.
It's fixed.
We've done it. Wait, go back. Yeah, do it again. There you go. Nice.
We fixed it. We fixed the background. So that's what that feels like.
All right. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody's favorite Batman podcast / White Knight / defender of the poor and the broken and the meek. I shall always be here to protect those in need, because it is I, Woodman. All right. We have a. This is really hard to talk in this mask, by the way.
Beat 'em ups, man, for the B.
I beat him up. It's what I do.
This mask is so rigid, and it's cutting off all circulation, and I don't have ear holes, and it's blocking my nose hole. Why did they block? It goes into my lip. I can't breathe. Why does it keep stuttering? It's probably just the thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's not stuttering on my end. I'm watching the stream as well.
Okay.
I would tell you, Batman, I swear.
All right, we got a Nintendo Direct today. Let's just carry on with the show. For Mario Kart World, a 16 minute and 51 second Mario Kart World Direct. Why are you shaking your head? You're just reacting to what I'm saying?
I'm just reacting to what you're
just
saying.
making sure. You look great, by the way.
Thank you. I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel.
You look re-energized. Like, ever since I fired you last week and then rehired you, you look like you have a whole new lease on
Yeah,
life.
I'm trying to earn my job back, guys.
Yeah.
This is
well,
this
now
is
you're
my
an
last
unpaid intern.
chance.
You have to start back at the ground floor.
Exactly. It's my last chance, guys.
Ham is still in Japan, by the way.
That's what we say. That's by that he means we killed him. He's dead.
We killed him and we buried him in the ground. Don't look for the body.
I'm really struggling. I'm not gonna lie. This mask sucks. Yeah. So what was I?
I think you need to take the mask off.
No,
You
I
can't
got
breathe.
it. I need to. It needs to settle in.
Do you have Do you have the dock?
Yeah, I got the doc. We can get started. All right. So we had a Mario Kart World Direct. You're logged in now. Can you do a poll in chat? Do you know how to do that?
I think so.
Now you have all the modding abilities over there.
Yeah.
If you could do a poll for, is Mario Kart World worth $80? Yes or no?
Maybe I don't
You do.
know how to do it as well.
Okay. There's a little plus button at the bottom of the chat next to where you type in things. You hit that plus. I'll do it.
Sorry, I'm trying.
It's you even said smiley face, so I know you're looking at it. It's right next to it.
Oh, that plus. Okay, I see it. It's hard to see in this too.
As opposed to what plus?
I'm doing it. Host the show. I got it.
Is Mario Kart worth $80? Yes or no? So we had sorry to keep repeating myself. We had a 15-minute long Mario Kart Direct. This whole time, I have been waiting for this Direct to pass final judgment, to give my final judgment call on whether or not I feel like Mario Kart is 80. I feel like this is very divisive because There are people that think it looks like it's worth 80, and there are people that are excited to buy the game regardless, and I understand that. Like, especially if Mario Kart is your favorite thing, and it has always been your favorite thing. And there's also an argument around, like, video game prices. If you take into account inflation for when Mario Kart 8 released, it's like $85 now. So it's like the same price considering inflation. So there are people that are making legitimate arguments for it, and I understand that. But I think where a lot of us are coming from with the price hike not being okay is if you're gonna go up to 80, maybe like give a reason. Maybe have it be on a game where it makes sense for it to be more. Not like, to be honest, in the nicest way possible, another run-of-the-mill Mario Kart game. Like, I said it all in my video, but yeah, it's flashy. It looks good. It should. It's been 10 years since the last one. But, like, what's it really adding other than an open world? So we could talk about that.
I love how you're just trying to get oxygen into your...
Yeah, I really can't breathe. I could probably flip this. Oh, my God. Oh, I can breathe.
Do you have, like, scissors? Like, we could cut a nose hole.
No, just every now and then I'll just lift this out so I can take a quick breath.
Chad, he can't take off his mask or he'd give away his identity.
You know who I am.
It is going to be really hard to do the show like this, though. I'm not going to lie.
Don't do it the whole time. Your face is getting red. You're making me nervous.
It's because it's cutting off, like, oxygen. Like, when
so
I
definitely
swallow,
don't wear it for
I
the
can
whole
feel
hour.
it go down.
Please.
Should we watch the direct? I mean, it's 15 minutes long. Like, chat, what do you think? Like, is it worth watching? I honestly feel like we didn't really get anything new in it.
I mean, I personally think that you said we were talking about it earlier, and you were like, there was this and this. And so I don't know if it's worth watching.
I mean, I
honestly.
can summarize what was new. There's a rewind feature, and in the open world, you can, like, collect coins.
Wow.
So, like, yeah.
Definitely worth. Can you collect $80 worth of coins?
People are saying watch it. I mean, all right. I mean, we're here, right? Like, this is the whole thing.
It's only like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's all right. I mean,
I'm not going to have much to say.
oh, some
so I
people are
guess-
saying no. Should I do another poll? Because it's an
Yeah, do a poll.
overwhelmingly no
Do
for
a poll,
the.
actually. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do a poll. Should we react live to the Mario Kart World Direct? Yes or no? I didn't see the Batmobile, so immediately it loses 10 points. But I did see that you could play as a penguin now, and that reminds me of Penguin.
So that's
And that's kind of cool because, you know, Penguin and I, we go way back.
That's a,
Oswald.
it's a bad thing. It sounds like.
You can play as Oswald. Well, it depends who you ask. There's two sides to everybody, just like Two-Face. Harvey Dent.
It's no is leading right now for watching.
No?
the
Oh, you
direct.
don't want to see it?
It's leading right now. That's
Let
all.
me see what they're saying.
Tito Martinez.
Oh, by like
says-
50%.
Yeah. Tino Martinez says, not the hero we need, but the hero we deserve.
That's me.
This is amazing.
That's me.
So chaotic.
Are you going to...
You want me to do the music again? Hold on. Lots of things happening, guys. I'm going to do it.
That's
Here it
me.
comes.
You got it?
It's coming up.
That's me. Batman.
It's not
Clean.
Let's not get copyright.
Crisp. Vaughn.
Let me just summarize it then. So we had a Nintendo Direct for the Mario Kart. I keep repeating myself.
Don't make Batman repeat himself, guys.
And there was nothing new. I
Nothing.
mean, we had the April 2nd trailer direct look at it. We had like hours of Treehouse. I went and played it at the experience in New York, and I showed you the footage. There's the main mode, there's racing in the open world, and then there's the knockout mode. You know, they did add in. It kind of. I gotta be honest, and I'm just being so negative now. Kind of looks half-assed, but they did add in a battle mode where you have the balloons. And they added in another version of battle mode that has coins that you collect. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know what I'm not seeing. You know, people are saying that it's worth 80 to me, and if it's worth 80 to you, that's 100%. Like, go for it. Like, get it, man. Like, if Mario Kart's your thing and it's worth 80 to you because you love Mario Kart, get it. But you do have to acknowledge that you are being upcharged for your love for Mario Kart. Like, if you're saying, like, yeah, it doesn't look like it has anything going on to make it worth 80, but I love Mario Kart, so it's worth it to me, then you're paying for the IP. You're paying for the privilege of Nintendo making another one. Like, and I just feel like that's where it's borderlining on, like, I wish Nintendo had given us a reason. I said this in my video today, but at least with Tears of the Kingdom, they gave us a good reason. But in Mario Kart, they haven't given us any reason. They just said it's worth 80.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if Tears of the Kingdom, I mean, I guess they gave us a reason why we're paying more than we pay for the Switch version, but I believe that you should lower the price of a video game after a couple of years.
No, I mean, I disagree on that one, but I understand people feel like that. As far as, like, lowering the price on games, we talked about that last week.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I don't want to reiterate stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't really even feel like talking about it.
Yeah.
I put up a whole video today. We reacted to it live. Like, it just is what it is. It costs $80. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, we have some things to talk about on the doc.
Oh my god.
See, you're making me really nervous, guys.
How does he do this?
If the stream goes out, Wood has passed out. Just know
I
that.
was in the mirror, by the way, putting on eyeliner and thinking to myself, this is what Batman does before he goes to fight crime. He puts on eyeliner in the mirror.
Yeah. Haven't you seen the new The Batman with what's his name?
No. My screen keeps cutting out. I can't see anything.
Oh, you look good. It looks good.
There we go. I came back. All right, we're just going to move on then, unless you guys have anything to say about it, or you want me, maybe I'll open it up to chat quickly, and then I'll move on to something else. $10 from Largo. Haywood, how do you feel about Nintendo having done this before? Castlevania 4 released for the price of $72.99 in 1991, while other games were $40 and $60. Adjusted for inflation, that's $175. Castlevania 4, is that not God, why am I blanking? Who makes Castlevania?
Because the mask is too tight.
It's not Nintendo.
Konami.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, that's Konami, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Konami.
Why are we pinning that on Nintendo?
Yeah, that's a good
Don't tell
question.
Nintendo, but I'm more excited about Donkey Kong.
I think we all are. I think that's a unanimous thing. I think we all are.
Yeah, I agree. I've been saying for a long time that we are lucky when it comes to video game prices being 60 for so long. When they made the jump to 70, I understood. And I tried to rationalize it with my audience and have some conversations about it, about how $60 even 15 years ago is like $80, $90 now. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, video game prices have never gone up with inflation, even though everything else has. Even regardless of the fact that to make a video game costs $1 million more now than they used to 15 years ago. And then you look at Super Nintendo days, games were like $50, $60, $70 back then, which is like $150 now. And those games cost like $100,000 to make. Like, they were made on such small budgets. So we've been lucky that video game prices haven't gone up. So when they went up to 70, I was actually okay with it. Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, it makes sense. We do need to start increasing prices. If we expect developers to invest millions of dollars into the game, then the games are going to cost more. They're going to go up with inflation. The better quality of the game, the more they cost. But we only just did 70 a short while ago. To already do 80 is like, okay, let's pump the brakes a little. Because then it's going to be 90 in a couple of years, 100 in a couple of years. And to be honest, even if it keeps going at this rate, because once Nintendo does 80 and GTA most likely does 100, because Rockstar is already talking about charging more for that game, then all of a sudden the floodgates are open. And Ubisoft can charge whatever, and this company can charge whatever. And I feel like we are about to enter the Wild West of every company just doing this variable pricing. So my thing is, if we're doing that now, if it's already happening, can we have some explanation as to why this game is 80 or why this game is 100 or why this game is 50. Like, what's the explanation behind this one being 80, or is it all arbitrary and it's 80 because you love Mario Kart? What are you gonna do, little piss boy?
That's what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like. It feels like we know this is going to sell a lot, so we're going to charge as much as we can for it. That's what it feels like to me.
It's what it feels like to everybody. And I keep feeling like a broken record, but they justified it with Tears of the Kingdom. They made a whole big deal about it. The developer came out. He was like, look, we've been working on this for 5 years. We've poured so much love into this and so much effort into this. So we're going to have to charge 70. And it was in the time of other companies just charging 70 because they felt like it. And here's Nintendo doing it one time, and they come with an apology and an explanation. And it was like, oh, okay. And it made us like, it made me happy to pay 70. I was like, okay, I'll support you. Like giving $10 to a Patreon for a YouTuber that I watch. It was like, okay, I will support you in this endeavor, Nintendo. But just saying 80 and not giving us a reason, it's like, well, then why did we have a whole to-do about Tears of the Kingdom? And why is Donkey Kong only 70? Does Donkey Kong suck?
These are questions. These are questions that we've been asking.
You know?
I agree.
Anyway, I'm over it. I can't do it.
Please. I'm afraid you're going to pass out.
Oh, God.
Dude, you really haven't seen the recent Batman movie? You look exactly like, what's his name?
Dude, Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. You look exactly like Robert Pattinson
There is
right
so
now.
much sweat in this mask already from the 20 minutes I've had it on. It was cutting into my nose. Holy. Here, I have a backup one. I bought a really expensive, like, movie grade one for the bit. And it's awesome. Like, that, it does look awesome. But goddamn. Here, I'm going to put on this crappy one. Oh, that's so much nicer.
Can you breathe?
Yeah.
You're making me real nervous, dude. Your face is getting red.
Oh, is it still?
Yeah, because you're very.
It was
pale.
cutting
You're
off
very
my
white.
neck.
Yeah. Your face was getting very red.
That was brutal. I'm not going to lie. All right.
So worried I'd have to give you like CPR or something.
Lago says, sorry, Castlevania 4 was the one I remember. Donkey Kong Country 2 was 80 on release. Earthbound was 90. Yeah, back in Super Nintendo days, prices were like the Wild West. And then they got locked in at 60.
Yeah.
And they've been 60 for a long time. I mean, if you're okay with going back to the Wild West, I mean, you think about what $80 is back then now. It's like $150, $160 or something. And we're literally entering a recession right now.
Yeah.
Like, people can't afford it. Like, okay, you want to go back to $150 games, essentially, adjusted for inflation for every game? I mean, I don't know. I'd be playing a lot more indies, I'll tell you that. Because I'm not... My whole career is games, and I wouldn't even be buying games at 150 unless I explicitly had to review them or wanted to review them.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I'm looking over there at my games, like Metaphor came out recently. I picked up the Plague Tale sequel. Those are for funsies for me. I didn't really talk about them, really. I think I talked about Metaphor in the end quickly, but if they were 150, nah.
Yeah.
I would get those when they were 40 on sale.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, recently, I mean, you know, I'm a gamer on a budget, and recently I don't buy games when they come out because they always go on sale. I won't buy a new game unless it has a multiplayer that I'm interested in.
yeah, that makes sense. I'm big into picking up multiplayer games lately because they're always free and you can play them with friends.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, like for example, if like Gears of War 6 came out, I would buy that right away because I'd want to be there.
What if it was
when
150?
shooting. I wouldn't buy it at 150.
Okay. What's your limit?
My limit?
Yeah.
Honestly, my limit is like $80.
Yeah.
Like if I could afford, if when the new Switch comes out, if I can get the new Switch, I will get Mario Kart. But the 80 is my absolute limit. I wouldn't buy anything for more than that.
I think what's going to happen here, in all honesty, is we're all annoyed because it's not essentially what we agreed to. Not that we really actually agreed to anything or we have any say in it. But I think we all as a community kind of let the $70 thing happen without too much of a stink because we understood. But I think what's about to happen is we're about to enter the Wild West again of $80 games. And then, as I said, GTA doing the 100. And what's going to happen is people are going to be pissed. and then people are not going to get over it, but they're going to get bored of being upset, and it's all going to level out, and people are going to buy games. And that's just what it is. And, you know, you think about, if I can try and draw a correlation that maybe doesn't work here. You think about, you go to Starbucks now and you get I went to Starbucks yesterday and I got a nitro cold brew and I asked them to put a little bit of cream in and it was $7.50. And as I bought it, I was like, this coffee they're pouring from a tap is $7.50. Wouldn't they sell twice as much if it was $4 or $3? Like, who's paying $7?
You, obviously.
But the reality is I went and I bought it for $7, and clearly that company justifies marking it up at that price, even though in my brain I'm like, you'd sell twice as much at half the price. And I think that's what's happening here. I think these companies like Nintendo, they know that a lot of people aren't going to be able to afford it. They know that a lot of people won't buy it at 80, but they know that a lot of people will buy it at 80, and it will make up the difference. Because for every, 8 people that buy it for one that boycotts, they've made the boycott back.
Yeah, I
and
guess.
there are people that will buy it. So ultimately, we can sit here and be like, no one's going to buy it if they raise the price to 100. But if 5 people buy it at 100, that makes up for the one guy that doesn't. So it's the same. If 5 guys... The restaurant? No. If 10 people come through a Starbucks drive-through and buy a $7 coffee, it makes up for the 3 people that didn't because it was too expensive. That's just it's just the world we live in. I guess that's just what it's going to be. So people are going to be upset, and then people are going to get over it, and they're either going to buy the prices or they're not going to be able to afford them. And that's the reality of what's about to happen. And that's why people are upset. And they're upset at Nintendo right now because Nintendo are the ones that's pulling the trigger to begin with because they're the first people to do it, but they are not going to be the last. This is the start. Honestly, if they didn't do it, GTA would have. And then Rockstar would have got all the flack, and they probably still will. But yeah, Nintendo are just the first to do it, so they're copying all the crap. And that's that's what I think the reality is of what's happening right now.
I mean, GTA is going to be like $100. Am I wrong? Isn't that like what people
I think
are saying?
so. I think it's going to be like $100. Someone making GTA or like the publisher or something, they said that games should be charged on a price value of hours played, which makes zero sense to me. Because
Okay.
I've played Stardew Valley for like 300 hours, and that game was $15. What am I supposed to do? Pay $100 for Stardew Valley?
Yeah, I
That
don't
makes
know.
no sense to me. There's like Ratchet and Clank was 8 hours long. Big budget game. All this music, effects, really quality game. That was 70. It was 8 hours long though. So shouldn't that game be like $20?
Yeah, that's a great question.
It's dumb.
I have a question for you. I mean, I'm a movie guy. You're more of a game guy. Well, why are games so much more expensive than movies?
It's a good question. Let me break it down. Let me think about it. Let me give me a second. What game? What movie?
Let's just say, should I start Googling like prices of like how much like the most recent Captain America movie, for example, cost? And, like, how the movie tickets haven't gone up from 20 and like knock on goddamn wood, please.
Yeah, I guess movie.
But
I mean, they're $20 or like the Blu-rays or whatever are 30, but like you watch them in an hour. So I don't know if they can justify like charging anymore and it's someone's time you're asking for, I think, when you make a movie. So who's going to value their time at like $80 for an hour of watching a movie?
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much about justifying the movie, but I mean, the cost of making a movie is probably similar to the cost of making a game.
Yeah. In many cases, I would agree with that. Yeah.
So then why would the price be so different? Because I mean, you're still experiencing the movie and the movie will live in your mind.
I don't really have an answer for you right now.
That's fair.
You're raising a great question.
Yeah.
That maybe chat can give an answer to what that could be. I think video games. Look up. Let's do some Googling. Let's figure this out. Let's get to the bottom of this.
I'm down.
How much did Captain America cost to make? Let's ride this thought train. It costs $100+ to take your family to the movies for 2 hours. That's a good point. You do have to pay per person.
Per person. That's actually a great point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Thank you for whoever said that.
Do you think the gaming will become more of a status symbol based on the pricing in this economy? That would be a consequence of the Starbucks analogy. That's also a very good question. This is getting very thoughtful for Batman. Sure, maybe, possibly. Depends how expensive it gets. I think more so in reality is a lot of people buy a lot of games. I don't know what it'd be interesting to look at the average household for a gamer, how many games they buy a year. I think in reality, people will pick and choose games more carefully. So I don't think people that really wanted to buy GTA 5 or 6 won't buy it because it's 100. I think they won't buy 2 other games because they'll want to save up for GTA 6. So I think the money, the pricing, the wealth or whatever will get split differently between games in a household at that point. Because my point is, I think most gaming people buy multiple games a year. I wouldn't even be surprised if most gamers buy at least 1 game a month or something like that on average. I'd be interested to know what the actual average is on that. And it would probably just cut down how much people are buying games, but they would prioritize the ones they really want. Please say swear to me.
Swear to me. Where is she?
Where are the drugs going?
GTA is 100. Also, that's a good point. I am working under the assumption that GTA will be 100. You hear I hit the T in that because most people make fun of me for calling it GDA.
GDA. Okay, so I got some numbers for you. You ready for them?
Yeah, 1 second.
No problem.
So my assumption based on what people that work at Rockstar and the publishers and developers are saying is that this game is going to cost anywhere between $100 to $115. That's the rumor because, that's just the rumor that is coming out of Rockstar that's going to cost a lot of money because this is the most expensive game ever made and they're trying to get money back, I guess. I don't know. Ask them. Hit me.
Okay, so according to some quick research, the Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda, was $100 million to make.
Yeah.
And Captain America: Brave New World, the most recent Captain America, was $180 million.
Okay, so like half the price.
A little bit more than half, yeah. But yeah,
A little less than half, you mean?
I'm terrible at math, so you're right. I'm not going to correct
Yeah.
you.
And then Tears of the Kingdom sold for 70. But then tickets to the movie sold for 20.
Yeah, so why? Why are we doing
I
this?
understand the question. Give me a minute.
That's an average too, 20, because I've been to the cinema near me and like watched movies in IMAX or 3D or whatever for an adult, and it's been like $30 a ticket or like $32 a ticket. And then Kim and I both get a ticket, and now we're at like 60. I've legitimately gone to date nights with Kim for like $60 for a ticket. So, and then as someone in chat pointed out, you go with friends or you go with the whole family, it can easily start approaching 100. So I think there is a closer 1-for-1 there than we realize. But also, again, you have to think about, even though one costs this much and one costs this much, the entertainment value from a movie is only about an hour and a half. And you can only ask people so much for that hour and a half. And the most I've seen them ask for that is like $30. And I think when you ask someone to pay $80 to go watch a movie, I don't think anyone's going to do that. They're going to wait for a streaming service or something.
So question, you think that it's not worth buying Breath of the Wild if you're not going to beat it?
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I think so. Like if you buy a game for full price and you don't think you're going to beat it or you don't think you're going to put enough time into it to get your money out of it, yeah, I'd say it's not worth it. You should definitely buy a game you think you'll commit to finishing. I know sometimes you don't always know that going into it, but yeah, I mean, if the blanket question is it worth 60 if you don't finish it? I think there's diminishing returns at some point. I think if I was to, this is random, but if I was to put $60 on Breath of the Wild, I would say after like 20, 25 hours, you've probably got your money back. And then you push through to the end and it's a pretty good value game considering other 60s on the market at the time. But that's just, I'm just throwing things out there roughly. Just thinking off the top of my dome.
Yeah, I mean this, we could go forever on like, why is the camera 2 button not working? It has stopped working. Okay, but
camera
anyway.
2 has stopped working?
Yeah, look.
Unplug and replug in the Stream Deck and see if it helps. You got to go by the USB. Go follow the cord. Don't pull out the wrong thing. Okay. When you see a movie, you're just renting it there. No ownership, no replays. That's another good point. I will say that you also don't own a video game when you buy it, but that's semantics because you do technically have the right to keep playing it
Okay, you can see me now. Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
can go into forever about the amount
I
of.
think a more comparable comparison is like buying the movie, like buying the Blu-ray for like $30. Because going to a movie, you are also paying. You're kind of paying a fee to use the facility, right? Like the people work there, they keep it clean. That's all counted into that ticket as well. So I think a more comparable comparison there is buying a Blu-ray, which again, you buy a Blu-ray at home, $30, everyone can watch it and you can lend it out and borrow it. So that probably is a better comparison to a video game. But again, it's like an hour and a half. So, and most people watch a movie once, maybe twice. So I think it's just the value proposition that media gives somebody also is factored into the value, not just how much money it makes. Takes to make it.
I guess. I mean, I'm just curious because it's like it as you can see from those numbers, it costs almost the same, if not more, to make a movie.
Someone said Blu-rays are 10 to 20. I want to live in that world.
They're 10 to 20 like after a couple of years.
After a while, yeah, on sale. But new ones are like $30.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm just talking out my ass, really. I'm just being asked questions and I'm trying to answer them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Movies.
It's just this is just the situation we're in. I don't know. I don't control it.
People are saying movies don't get patches. That's not always true on Disney Plus. But then
That's not true. You watch the original Star Wars before all the CGI?
That's the ultimate patch.
Before he came in and he patched it?
The George Lucas patch.
Yeah, I mean, video games do get patches. That's true, and DLC and support post-launch. I don't know. I don't know what that. I really don't know what that conversation. I would like to know. Okay, so let's try this.
Okay.
It cost $100 million to make what? Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
And Breath of the Wild sold about 30 million copies.
That I don't know.
It did.
Yes, I believe you.
30 million times 60. That's $180 million.
Mm-hmm.
So it cost them $100 million to make. They made $180 million. So they almost doubled their profits. That's not a crazy... If my math is correct, that's not a crazy profit margin. Like, it's almost like double, but you would hope... when you make anything, you hope to double your money on it, right? For the most part. I mean, that's like bare minimum, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think it's that crazy of a profit. It's not like, it cost them $100 million and they made $1 billion. It cost them $100 million and they made, what, 180? I'm just talking out loud. I'm just theorizing. 1.8 billion. Oh yeah, was my math way off?
Maybe I didn't do
60 times. Hold on, let me do it again. I'm Batman. I don't have to do math.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying billion.
60 times 30
You
million.
forgot a zero. Yeah, a couple people are saying
yeah, I
it.
forgot a zero.
Thanks,
yeah,
chat.
Yeah, it's 1.8 billion. Yep. God damn, I'm so dumb.
I thought
they
you were
made
the world's
they made
greatest
a
detective.
piss load of money on that, didn't they?
They sure did.
They made a piss load. Holy. That's a huge margin. That's insane.
Okay, if I could just jump in real quick. We got somebody that said, did it not take 5 years to make Breath of the Wild? Okay, so movies do take that long. You may not think that because they're shot in 6 months, but like writing it, getting everybody
they take
on
a couple
board.
years minimum, yeah, normally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say it would take 5 years, especially in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You got to make sure everything fits together.
Could
so
you
you're
Google
planning.
that? I don't know if it'll tell you. I wouldn't be surprised if they turn Marvel movies around from inception to release. And you have to count in marketing and everything too. 3 years? I mean, there's usually a pretty long wind up. They don't just like, I know they seem rushed sometimes, but they don't just call up all the actors and they're like, hey, can you meet us next week? We're going to start shooting a Captain America. There is actually quite a lot of planning. Max is right. I would say you could probably turn a Marvel movie around in 3 years.
I'm doing some Googling.
What would a good $100 game look like to you? Probably GTA. I mean, I haven't seen it, but with how long they've been working on it and the quality of Red Dead, I'm willing to believe GTA would be a $100 game. Will Zelda cost $120? Greetings from Brooklyn. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, at this point, I'm honestly kind of sick of it. I don't know what to say. Like, what are we gonna do? There's nothing we can do. They're not gonna change anything. So this is it now. Games have variable pricing now. There's no set pricing to video games. Bravely Default Flying Fairy is 40, I think, which is a good sign. I mean, it might be just like a good favor from Nintendo that they made that one 40, but at the same time, I don't really even want to buy or play that one, so it doesn't really help me. Donkey Kong's only 70, but I could definitely see the next Zelda being 80. There's no shot it's not. The next Mario 3D World, that's 80. You know? Unless they go higher.
That sucks. That's so sad.
I heard GTA 6 will cost 120. There's rumors all over the place for that.
To answer your question, you were right. About 3 years.
Yeah. Which is still like some game developments take 3 years. Most take 3 years, actually.
Yeah,
Zelda is like a
special case.
special case. They took a long time on that. $40 card key game. Yeah, the card key game doesn't matter though in that situation because it's still 40 digital. And, you know, Mario Kart's 80 digital, 80 physical. So I know the card key sucks, but it's a different conversation. It's a different kind of suck. It's a different kind of suck. But I agree with you. It does suck. Do you have any news about the Hori Split Pad Pro? No, I don't. But I do appreciate the conversation shift. We could just change conversation at this point, honestly. Honestly, I'm kind of over it. I've been up since 8 a.m. I reacted to the Direct. I gave all of my thoughts that are live on the Direct still that I was pretty disappointed. I made a beat-em-ups video, pretty disappointed, and then we've talked about it in this, pretty disappointed. I want to reiterate again where my disappointment is coming from. It's just from Nintendo. I guess the air of arrogance, it almost feels like, that they didn't have to justify it, and it's just like, yeah, it's 80 now because it's really good, guys. Trust us, we promise. Just kind of feels like a little bit of a slap in the face after Tears of the Kingdom. They went so out of their way to justify 70. It's just now it's 80. And you also have to pay more for the console. And you also have to pay for our packing game. And also the C button, you have to pay for that too. And also we're adding in a camera that you can buy as an add-on, and that's $50. There's just a lot happening, I think. And also, I said this in my video, and I found this out today, but a lot of people are saying, oh, but there's a bundle. You can get it in the bundle, and it's $30 cheaper. That's only until fall or while stocks last. And then there is no bundle after that. So unless you get one day one, which is obviously why they're doing that, which is a smart idea, and a lot of people will do that at launch, it's still an $80 game. That bundle doesn't change that it's an $80 game. It's kind of a moot point, in my opinion. But at launch, yes, you can save money if you don't care that you're getting it digital. But yeah, that is a good deal. I recommend it.
Aren't you a billionaire though? Can't you afford it?
That's true. I can afford everything.
Look, also to Max's point, I can't afford it. You know, especially because I claim it all on taxes. I can afford it. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be annoyed by it or upset by it or like feel like Nintendo are taking advantage of us and the fact that I can afford it, you know, in that case. And also like my audience wants to be able to afford it. My audience wants to be able to buy it. And I would love as a creator to be able to say to you guys, I can see its value. I can see it's worth 80. If you can't afford it, that sucks. But I can see its value, and I do think it's worth it, and it makes sense. And it's cool that Nintendo have put this much work into it, even though they knew they'd have to charge more or something like that, you know? But I can't say that because I legitimately can't see it. So I'm just stuck in this weird position where, like, I'm excited for the game. I think it looks like a fun Mario Kart, but I don't see $80. And that's it. That's my whole thing. That's my whole take. Take it or leave it. Sorry about it. Love you, though.
If I could just jump in, I know we're trying to move on, we will, but just to answer one question, we got $2, Luis. He says, do we know how long it took them to make Mario Kart World? Apparently that also took 3 years.
Oh, yeah. Did you Google that?
I sure did.
Wow, that's... Who said that?
Who asked the question?
No, who said it took 3 years?
Google.
Oh.
I don't know how true it is, but that's just the
what
first
did they
thing
say?
Because
Because sometimes they link articles that you can click on and make sure and double check. Because
okay.
I assumed at 80 they've been working on it for like 10 years. All right, well, Max finds that.
Yeah.
Can we get a vibe check on chat? Like, how do you feel about what I'm saying? Is it fairly on point? Are you mostly agreeing? Do you think I'm off base? Is there anything else you want to ask? Should we just move on? Because at this point, I feel like it's time for everybody to move on, unfortunately. I feel like it just is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it.
So it came up in the Mario Kart World Wikipedia.
Okay. Well, I'll just believe you. I'll believe you, and I'll believe the Wikipedia.
Okay.
They didn't source it?
No, they definitely sourced it. That's why I'm bringing up Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's where it's definitely there.
Chat is saying agree. I'm going to read it in order, so I'm not cherry picking. On point. I agree with Batman. Agreed. On point. 100% agreed. Based. Yes and sad. Agreed. Same. Agree. Drop the price. Nope. You right. Nintendo are a joke. Completely fair. All right. So I feel good about that. Common Census is pretty good about that. Before we pivot into the next thing, speaking of agreeing with me, I want to thank you guys for the last episode. We ended it on kind of a rough note. I hit the microphone. Is everything okay?
Yeah,
you
still
made a
sound
face.
good.
I thought I messed it up.
No, I'm sorry. Don't look at my faces.
I look at your face constantly.
I will look directly in
You're
your
all
eyes.
I've got.
I will look directly.
You're all I've got. I've lost everybody else.
I will look directly in your eyes if we're in trouble. But it's not going to help because I can't see
Ham
anything.
perished in a fire. Now he's burnt ham.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
I would eat that.
I'd eat but yeah, last episode kind of got it was kind of a weird thing at the end there, and we ended, and some comments came in initially, and I was like, I can't even read this, and I kind of wallowed in self-pity there for a couple of days, and then I just got over it, and I refused to look at the comments because I was trying to listen to E and Bob screaming in my ear not to look at comments. So I just refused to look at them and just assumed it was a complete SHIT show. And then before we went live yesterday and I was getting all my Batman stuff together, I was like, let's get ahead of it so I can actually read what the comments were. And you made my night. They were all actually awesome. I was completely surprised and taken off guard. Very sweet, very wholesome. I appreciate everything everyone said, and it made me excited to sit here and be Batman. It made Batman a lot more fun and a lot less spiteful. So I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
Are you still interested in the Mario Kart stuff that we were talking about?
We can talk.
Okay,
Whatever.
so
let's just do it.
I looked up the Wikipedia. I followed the links, and it sent me to the website thedirect.com, and basically it's a rumor about the 2 to 3 years, so it could be longer.
That's why I wanted to double check, because they haven't made one in a while, but they were working on DLC, so it's hard to say. But
I mean, from what I could tell, this is a reliable source, but they're saying it's a rumor as well. So
I know I keep saying it. I just want to know why they think it's 80, because Doug said they're doing variable pricing now, and when they determine something is worth more, they're going to charge more. And I'm actually not too against that. Like, I said this last week. Oh God, I can't shut up. I said this last week. If Nintendo do this and do it correctly to appease their fans, right, in a way that makes us happy, then good for them if they can figure that out. If Sony then comes along and they're like, oh, Nintendo's charging more, all our games are 100 now, that's not Nintendo's fault, right? That's Sony's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if Nintendo want to do this, I don't mind so much the idea behind them doing it. But if they're going to do it and they're going to say it's variable pricing based on what we deem is worth more, then tell us why it's worth more. That's it. That's all I want. Why is this worth more? Did it take you 7 years to make it? Is there more content in this game than any other Mario game? By like a lot? Because I would argue that the last Mario Kart had just as much content. I know there's like 1,000 characters in this one, but I didn't ask to play as a cow. The cow's pretty sick, though.
Also, can I say something about this? I did not see the Yoshi bike in any of the promotional stuff. I have not seen the Yoshi bike.
I'm sure it'll be in there. This feels almost like a, you know what? I'm not sure. I don't know why I said that.
I'm going to revolt if there's no Yoshi bike.
I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I instantly went on the back foot. I didn't see it either, and you know what? It sucks.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
I love the Yoshi bike. What's your go-to character and bike, or like and car.
In Mario Kart Deluxe, it was Rose, Peach, and some bike and combination of wheels. And it was because at some point it was the meta for like the fastest bike combination with a character. And I think at some point that became not the fastest meta, but it's just all I ever used at some point. So yeah, Rose Peach.
Mine was Rosalina with the Yoshi bike. Always.
That's cute. I love that
That's
for
my
you.
favorite.
Well, not anymore, I guess.
I'm gonna be so mad if there's no Yoshi bike. I literally bought the Yoshi Lego bike because I love the Yoshi bike so much.
That is cute. I'm gonna bring up this trailer real quick because I don't know if people notice, but with all these outfits, I don't even know where it would be.
You want to screen share?
Sure. Also, I talked about this on the podcast, but it's so funny to me that the map is just Breath of the Wild's map. Did you notice this?
Like, in what way is it?
Let me show you. Take it off screen for a second. I'll show you. It doesn't matter. Like there's no like criticism for me for this, but it is funny to me that it's literally the Breath of the Wild map. Okay. All right, so here's the Mario Kart World map, and here's the Breath of the Wild map. I had to find a colored version of it, but so Hyrule Castle or Mushroom Kingdom right in the middle of the map, right? On both. Then you have Fire. Now the top part of the map's flipped, so you have Fire Mountain on the left and Snow on the right. Here we have Snow on the left and Fire Mountain on the right. You also have on the Mario Kart World one up top, you have a forest area up top. And then here, I can't remember exactly where it is, but the forest with the Master Sword is somewhere between the top areas. I can't see it in here, but it is up in that area. And then the bottom part is the funniest part to me. So you have the desert on the left, and then the coastal region on the right. Even with, if you look at that bottom right map, you see how like it kind of curves up into the coast? Like there's like a little tail. You go to the Breath of the Wild map, there's like a little curve up tail on the coast area.
Interesting.
It's like not a big deal, but it is like a 1-for-1 sort of, this is how a Nintendo map is laid out. And then even like, you know, you look at the middle of the map, it's like the grassy open plains. Like it's just the same the same idea in both the maps. It means absolutely nothing. But it is just very funny to me that it's the same map.
I think that this is kind of just a go-to because, like, the Fortnite map looks kind of different to this. I mean, it looks kind of similar to this as well.
They have a lava mountain and an ice range, and a desert.
They've had lava mountains and they've had deserts, but yeah, it's very similar when it's like the different regions.
You cut away. I'll bring up the Fortnite map. Maybe they're all copying Fortnite. Which Fortnite?
I don't think that. Type in Fortnite Chapter 5 map.
Okay.
Do you see any similarities?
I mean, yeah, I do see similarities. I don't think it's a 1-for-1 layout of these two in comparison, but it's interesting. I mean, you have the ice section, the desert section, the grass, and then I don't see like a fire mountain, but
you see what I'm saying, where the grass is always in the middle and the snow is in one area and then the desert's in another.
Yeah. No, I see the similarity. As I said, I have no point or overarching point to this, but I mean, like, this is Nintendo, and both of the maps are theirs, and they're both laid out the same way. I don't know. Just thought it was funny.
It'll be a TikTok.
I was just scrolling through the timeline, and I saw the map, and I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was interesting. It means absolutely nothing. Yeah, I don't know if I can find the spot, but I was gonna bring up the costumes because you know how there's a ton of different costumes now in this game.
Yeah.
They're not behind any kind of like sub menu of, Mario, and then all Mario's costumes are behind the same character. They're all individual characters.
It's so strange.
It's very strange. And you can see there's like tabs and tabs and tabs. I don't know where it is, chat. I don't know if someone can find the time code for me, so I'm not just scrubbing through endlessly. But
I sent you, if you still have some of the docs from before, I sent you some of the characters like 2 docs ago. And
I'd love to.
That does.
All
I
right,
could find that too. Yeah.
All right, what have you got?
Like 2 docs ago, I sent you.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh, okay, I could find it again.
Sorry about that.
I'm taking my jacket off.
All right, let's
I'm
move
sorry.
on. I don't want to talk about Mario Kart anymore. I'm over it.
You brought it up.
What time are we at for the show?
That's a good question. Who knows? This says we've been doing it for 50 minutes.
All right, good. Let's burn through some things. While you're finding whatever you're finding, let me show this quickly. Nintendo, God, why is Bloomberg like this? Nintendo expected to sell Switch 2 at a loss. We believe the Switch 2's bill of materials is around $400, meaning the Nintendo would be selling consoles at a loss in the US with the 10% tariff. So this is via Bloomberg doing their like breakdown or study on like kind of what the components of a Switch 2 might cost. I brought this up last week too. And it was kind of what I was trying to get at when people were like, oh, NVIDIA said that the GPU is only worth $150, so Nintendo are making hand over fist here. And my first thought was, yeah, there's like so many other parts in there, though. It's not just the GPU. And the fact that the GPU alone costs $150, then we're probably getting pretty close to $400. And I think if you go back and watch that video, I think I said that my estimation was $350. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if it cost $350 to $400 to make. So Nintendo does make a profit on their consoles, which is something they have over the competition, which is really cool. But the profit margin is slim. So the point was, if they are to try and sink the cost of the tariffs when they come in, even at 10%, they immediately cut into their profits. They don't make it. It's not like, they can afford to cut it without cutting into their profits. So I'm sure they're going to try and avoid that. Can they cut into their profits and still be profitable as a whole? Yes, because that's what PlayStation and Xbox do. But I don't know if they're going to want to do that if they can avoid it, We're also still, by the way, if you are a fan of the show and you're going back through and watching the episodes months or years later, thank you for doing that. What a weird arc we're on right now, huh? We're still currently dealing with the unknown of that. We don't know when tariffs will come into play, if at all. They've been paused. We don't know when we're going to get to pre-order a Nintendo Switch. And a lot of these things are also adding to the confusion and frustration around $80. I've been avoiding trying to talk about it because we don't know if it's going to really mean anything at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, a lot of frustration around the $80 and the price hiking of everything is that we're going into a recession and that tariffs are looming over everybody's head, and everyone is stressed out about that too. We already can't afford games to go up, but what if this goes up and this goes up and that goes up, and then the console costs $600, So there's a lot of stress from a lot of people. A lot of people are very stressed and scared right now, which is causing a lot of confusion and frustration and anger online. So I think a lot of like the people spamming drop the price are also just frustrated and done in general with a lot, which makes sense. Makes sense. Sorry about it, though. Not my fault. Moving on to some more fun things. Were you looking for something?
Was I?
No, I don't know. I couldn't remember if I gave you a
I've
task.
moved on. Oh, you said you wanted to stop talking about Mario Kart, so I stopped looking for that thing.
What thing?
You wanted to see the character selection
Oh,
screen.
I would see it if you could find it, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Someone in chat's probably already found it for us because I asked, and then I just didn't look. You can cut to me for a quick second. Also, somebody in the chat was like, I don't like when Wood asks to be cut to or cut away from all the time. Why doesn't he have a button? I don't want a button.
No one man should have all that power.
No one man. Hey, don't quote that guy. God. Good song, though. You ever play Saints Row 3?
Yeah, of course.
The start of that game has that song, and it slaps.
Yeah,
It was such a sick. I think it was 3. It could be 4. I don't know.
That's one of the best soundtracks I think of any.
Yeah, it was really
of
good.
any GTA.
No, it's just we've done the. I hate when I have to switch buttons and stuff. And Max, whenever I only have one person here with me, Max has to like watch the chat and like find things and like do a bunch of other stuff. So he's not always looking at me and ready to switch. So sometimes I have to say, "Cut to me."
Like now.
like now. And then I have to say cut away. And I say that because I don't want you guys to have to stare at me down here while I don't need to be down here anymore. All right, confirm. Nintendo Switch 2.
Sorry.
See, he's got to play weird sounds while I'm talking.
Too.
He's so busy over there.
I'm very
Nintendo
busy.
Switch 2 game carts have a notch. This is so almost nothing news, but we were wondering why the carts were identical, and there is a notch. And I don't know what this means. This is just a picture. I'm thinking this means they probably won't click down all the way into a Switch 1. That would be my assumption. Because I always wondered what would happen if you try putting it in a Switch 1. Because it might confuse people. But this looks like maybe something to prevent it actually getting clicked down all the way. Or maybe not. I don't know what this means, to be honest. But Nintendo, the account that tweeted this, they did also tweet about my grip. And that was nice of them. They were paid for it, but it was nice of them. All right, you can cut away now. By the way, I don't think we ever really talked about that on the episode, but you can buy my beat 'em ups grip. You can, if you wanted to. You could buy it. It's really cool. You want me to show you? I don't know how I would do that, actually.
If you still want to see the character selection, it's at 13 on the dock.
I would love to dive back into Mario Kart.
Yeah, if you.
I feel bad I didn't commit to the mask the whole time. It was legitimately killing me.
It was legitimately making me nervous. I'm not kidding.
You know what's weird? Wait. Cut to me.
Cut to you. If you started around,
It was a Batman ad.
no way.
We missed it. It was the Jason Bateman ad where he's Batman.
Oh, but the bait man.
The Bateman. Damn.
You have to start the clip later. Like go to you see where the replays start. Go towards the end.
Also,
Right there,
guys,
there.
I bought a brand new MacBook just for you guys. I hope you feel special and honored. I bought this MacBook so that the stream didn't suck. And I'm having so many issues with the MacBook because I've never used a Mac before. I can't figure out how to get the sound from here into the laptop. So, but we have video. So what do you want?
It's not perfect.
Oh yeah, here we go. So we've already scrolled past Mario and Luigi and everybody, but here they are again in different outfits. And then they'll probably go over another page. I love the cow. I do love the cow. There's Mario and Luigi again. So there's just like, as you unlock all of these characters, they add tabs and tabs and tabs and tabs.
That's so weird.
That's so silly. It's also not even an issue, really. It's just silly that they did that. I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing to do.
All right, cut away. Maybe I should have just a cutaway button for me. So when I'm done talking, I can just be like, beep.
I mean, I think you could do just
I could do one.
maybe one or two buttons.
I do one or two buttons, and all of a sudden I have all the buttons.
All of a sudden you have like a H3 button.
That would be cool. Could have used it last week. I don't want to. How do I open this without you showing the whole screen?
I don't know what
Oops!
this is.
Don't cut.
I'm not cutting to you. I know when to cut.
How do I do this? Oops! Oh no! Now I've messed everything up.
You blew it, guys.
I've destroyed everything. I want to show this, but I don't know if it'll show the. What if I delete that? Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm so smart.
Am I cutting to you?
Yeah, you can now.
Okay, I'll cut to you.
Sorry that took so long. I'm an idiot. This dang bag. When Bob and I went to the Nintendo Experience and got this bag, I didn't expect to get something, for one. And I was like, oh, that's sick. And then when we got back, the people that were invited to the event, like the actual influencers, they showed off what they got. And all they got was like a tote bag, like a red, like generic, like Trader Joe's tote bag. And I said to Bob, I was like, what the hell? Why did we get such a cool bag and they only got a tote bag? Mm-hmm. And this cool bag, if you cut back, is being resold for $300 on eBay.
Dude, and I'm sure the tote bag is a similar price.
I got it for free.
That's crazy.
The tote bag is so boring.
I'm sure
It's honestly, it's just a red, fully red bag with a Switch 2 logo.
But people want that exclusivity, you know?
Yeah, maybe. All right, you can cut away again.
I'm cutting away.
Guys, I kind of want to wrap up pretty soon. I don't want to go too long today because I've been up so long streaming. Let me just make sure that I've covered all the important things in my doc here that really matter. Trying to scroll with Batman gloves on.
You want to do the Batman theme stuff in the bonus?
No, let's do one now.
Okay. What do we got? I put a couple things in the doc.
Can
Did you see the no cloud saves, by the way?
What?
You might want to talk about that.
What is that?
Okay, so I'm
What
gonna
number
cut
is
to
it?
myself. You read it while I talk about it. So I was in the at our Discord. Please join our Discord. And people were talking about how apparently the new versions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom won't have cloud saves. Like you won't be able to save your new progress on the cloud.
And it says here it's currently unclear why. I mean, yeah, that sucks. I don't know what else to say.
I'm gonna screen share.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. I
mean,
just heard about this just before we started.
Just those games? What about like Mario Kart or Donkey Kong?
I'm not sure. Maybe there's something to do with the fact that you're taking it from the Switch. I don't know.
The disclaimer reads, please note this software does not support the Switch Online paid membership save data backup feature. Why?
I have no idea. That's a great question.
I don't even know what to say. It's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom support that feature. Why would this not support that feature? I don't even know what to say.
What website is that again? Eurogamer?
Yeah.
Okay, some people were asking. Eurogamer, if you were asking.
It's Eurogamer's article titled, The Switch 2 Edition Zelda games won't support cloud saves to back up your data. I mean, that sucks. I don't know. I almost want to say that maybe it's coming later, but Nintendo disclaimer says it doesn't support it. Like a finalized, it just doesn't support it. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. If Mario Kart and Donkey Kong and anything else does support it,
Yeah.
then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that.
Somebody says it's going to cost extra. Yeah,
Cost
probably.
extra, yeah. It already does.
It already does.
It's the membership thing. Oh, don't get me started. Let's not go off on that tangent. Let's do can you go to the number 9 on the list, the Batman tier list? Are we doing that?
If you would like to.
Can you go to it and can you make it a hyperlink for me?
Oh, yeah.
Because I can't click on it and I don't know how to I think you got to like go to the end of it and then like hit spacebar or something and it makes it a hyperlink.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Batman movies tier list. All right, guys. So we're pretty much done here. You can leave if you want.
No, don't leave. Stay. We love you.
Our most popular TikTok clip, like on TikTok, is me dressed as Spider-Man with Kim dressed as Black Canary talking about Marvel comics, and it has over 2 million views. So we figured we'd use this as an opportunity to try and recreate magic in a bottle and see if we can get a Batman clip with me dressed as Batman talking about Batman stuff. I'm going to try putting this back on, though, because this one's way better for the clip.
Okay.
So
Please
talk
don't
to them
pass
for a
out.
second, because this really hurts to put on.
Oh, my gosh. Did you guys see my cool Batman jacket?
Did you see his cool Robin mask that I 3D printed?
He did 3D print it last night. I'll put this back on for you guys. It's a pretty cool backpack. Yeah. This is the real Batman, guys. If you're the animated fan, that's the real Batman. That's the only Batman that matters in my book. It's the animated Batman, the Justice League Unlimited Batman.
I gotta be honest. It's a little more comfortable than last time. I don't know how I put it on, but okay.
Your hair was choking you before.
I still can't really swallow. You never thought you'd hear Batman say that, did you? More of a spitter.
Australian Batman over here.
All right, mates.
All right.
This is my tier list of best Batman. Should I do the voice?
Don't do the voice. It's too much.
Okay. This is my tier list of Batman movies. Is this all of them?
Of all the live action.
I feel like we complain every year about a new Batman movie. There's only been like 5.
Yeah.
All right.
These are all the live Batman.
Here's some crappy cartoon one. I don't know what that is. So I'm going to put that in D.
Oh, no.
What one is this one? This is Michael Keaton?
That looks like Batman Returns, the second Michael Keaton one, yeah.
I haven't seen it. But
You
Michael
haven't seen the
Keaton's
Tim
sick.
Burton Batmans?
I like Michael Keaton. Huh?
You haven't seen both Tim Burton Batmans?
Not a fan of Batman, really. Batman Rises. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I have seen this trilogy. The Christopher Nolan Batmans. Rises is the first one, right?
Yes.
That one's okay. It starts us off on our adventure. I'll give it a B. I kind of want to give it an A, but I'm going to leave it there for now because Dark Knight. This is Dark Knight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dark Knight is S. It's S.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Best Joker, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not denying that he's a great Joker.
Tell me.
He's an iconic Joker.
You want to see this? Oh, God. You want to see this pen disappear?
God, it's made of glass. Be careful.
And then the one with Bane is this one, right? It wasn't as good. It was pretty good, but it wasn't as good. I'm going to put actually both of these in A. They're fine. They're good. I like Bane a lot. What did Bane sound like? He had a voice.
Batman.
Batman. That's right.
Your mother's a whore, Batman.
Batman. I've come to destroy you. That's it. That's exactly it.
I was raised in the darkness.
I was raised in the darkness.
You're doing a terrible job.
You were purely molded by it. Something like that.
Bane,
Stop.
you're breaking my back, Bane. You're busting my balls.
All right, then we have this. This is Michael Keaton too, right?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
With the Jack Nicholson Joker.
Not as good.
Jack Nicholson Joker versus Heath Ledger Joker.
Not as good.
Not as
Jack,
good.
Jack didn't have it.
That Jack didn't have it. That's crazy. That's crazy to say. In my
If it
opinion.
was Jack Black, now
Oh,
we'd be
God,
talking.
no,
Jack
no.
Black would be a great Joker.
Yes, but for a very different reason.
Batman and Robin. Oh, this had
This-
had freeze. What did he do? Call it like the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, where and
I'll
bat
be
nipples.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. She was great.
Put down that batarang.
Is that a quote?
Put it down. Put down the batarang.
Get in the chopper.
Get in the Batmobile.
All right, that's good. Batman Forever. That's pretty good. Put that in A as well. What Batman is this one?
Are you really putting these in A? That's crazy.
They're the fun ones.
Yeah, but they're not fun. They're terrible.
No, they're good. They got Arnold Schwarzenegger.
This is the one that you look like the most today.
This one,
Yeah.
the Robert Pattinson.
It's the Batter Patterson.
I haven't seen it. Put it in B.
Oh my god.
This is Batman and Superman. I haven't seen that either. That's C. And then what is this? Justice League?
Yeah, it's the
I haven't
Justice
seen
League
that
movie.
either. That's probably a D.
He doesn't like Batman, guys.
I'm not really a fan. I haven't seen all the movies. They keep making them. I watched Wonder Woman, the first one and the second one.
I don't know if you should be proud of that.
I didn't like the second one.
They're both bad.
No, the first one was okay.
First one's watchable.
Yeah, but there's something I've learned about you recently.
What is that? What have you learned about me?
I'm not going to say it.
Oh god.
I'm not going to say
That's
it.
awful. Now people are going to say it in the chat, in the comments section.
That's it. You got anything else?
I mean, there's a couple other things in the doc, but we could do more Batman stuff. But it sounds like you want to go down to the bonus.
We should probably do it in the bonus.
Yeah,
I'm pretty done. I'm
I'm
pretty
down for
spent
that.
today, I got to be honest. Guys, I love you so much. Cue the music. Do we have any super chats?
Yeah, so loud. You might have some. Do that. Patreon scroll.
Jacob says, I'm the man, I'm the wood, I'm the woodman. Thank you. This is for diapers. Love your video. Thank you. We're going to need that. That was from Spider Mattress. Molly, do you think Nintendo will offer a SIM card switch for online? I'm not sure, Molly. Pedro, wouldn't Nintendo profit more for selling it at 70? I don't know. You'll have to ask them about that. I feel it's fair because I said at the top it's for inflation. I'm used to it feels like a natural evolution, sadly. I mean, I agree. Trey, thank you. Any non-Nintendo gaming news you're excited about? Reginald, we could talk about that in the bonus episode if you're around. Mark, will you bring back the term Zeldies? Sure. Just for you and your brother. Red Fang Moon with 10. Last thing about the prices, we've been knowing about the price of gaming being lower, maybe 60. It feels abrupt but needed, I guess. I don't disagree. All right, everybody. Thank you to all the Patreons. If your name was listed below, we appreciate your support and your help so much. Whether or not you want to come watch the bonus episode, that doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't matter. I hope you had a good day, and I'll see you next week. And I'm still excited for Mario Kart. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for Nintendo. I'm excited for the Switch 2. And we have a lot more good stuff ahead of us. I'm over it. I'm just going to talk about the good stuff from here. Thank you, Max, for coming back.
Bye, guys. Coming back. Batman.
Being my Robin today. I love all of you immensely. And again, thank you so much for the support on the podcast. And don't forget to subscribe too. We're getting really close to the play button here. Like, comment, rate us 5 stars, whatever you want to do. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you, everybody. Be good out there.